Hi, I am Alessandro Ribeiro, and this is my personal streaming project. I called it OpenMultimedia. This is the version 2.0, and you can get the project and file source codes in this link I am showing here. Before I start, I would like to read this biblical text. I heard that this phrase is the Bible summary, so I use it in a lot of places. For this is how God loved the world. He gave His only Son, so that everyone who believes in Him may not perish, but may have eternal life. I started this project in 2017. The original name was Camera Streamer. The first implementation was made to transmit from Android devices to the network. It used the UDP packages for broadcasting or multicasting the streaming, the images from the camera. This way you can have one transmitter and several receivers without the need to increase the network bandwidth. Now I changed a little bit of the code. In the version 2.0, I decided to simplify the code as much as possible. On Android, it might use the hardware encoder through the Media Recorder API. The video stream is then transmitted to another software that receives and decodes the frame. The software that decodes the stream feeds a local IPC channel. The viewer is a program that reads the IPC channel and translates that frame to any other format it wants. The viewers, we have four types of viewers. The standalone viewer uses an OpenGL window to show the camera from the network. We have the DirectShow when we use the plugin in the Windows OS. We have the Video for Linux 2 Loopback on Linux, and the Syphon Mac OS. And this version runs in the Intel platform using OpenGL API to transmit the images. The version 1.0 uses only UDP packages. Now, this new version, I dropped this solution, but I keep the transmission fashion of the main algorithm. This new architecture uses UDP only for discovering algorithms. The stream communication uses TCP, peer-to-peer connections. We have these three category of components in the new architecture of the OpenMultimedia. We have the device here. We can have any other quantity of devices connected to the network. We have a component called network to IPC, and we have the viewers. That could be any one of these: the standalone DirectShow, Video for Linux 2, Loopback, and Syphon. Inside the device, we need to have a name to identify that device and an IP address configured in the local network. The UDP discovery component is responsible to broadcast that device information to the network. here. Broadcast the device name to all network interfaces. The TCP component is responsible to deal with the peer-to-peer connections and do the image stream transmission. The network to IPC connects to that server here. Internally, the network to IPC decodes the stream data and sends the decoded frame to an IPC channel. This IPC channel works like a queue of frames. So the software of the viewers connects to that IPC channel and reads the image and presents them, the images, to the user. Let's see an example using Windows and DirectShow cameras. We will start here at this address, github/aribeiro/OpenMultimedia. Now we go to the release tab. I have some nodes here, but the installer is here. I'll download this installer. And install it. As I don't have a developer key or a company key, this message will appear every time you start to install this the first time. Developer certificate. Yeah. Finish. Now can open the OBS. Camera. Okay. Ribeiro. This screen will appear telling that the app in the Android device is not connected to the network. But we can open the new stream from the device, and you can see, let's turn on the flashlight of the smartphone. So you can see me in the network transmission from the device. Now, let's see an example using Linux and the Video for Linux 2 Loopback API. Now we can see the Linux environment. First, we need to go to this address, github.com/aribeiro/OpenMultimedia. Now we go to the Releases tab. We need to download this OpenMultimedia x64.deb. Okay. To install, we need to run this command. I will open the download folder, run the command. This installation script will copy these two files to load the Video for Linux 2 Loopback virtual device at boot time. And we need to update the initialization image. Just a moment. I have two kernels in my system, so after this kernel will process the next kernel. Yes, here. this process can spend more or less time depending on the amount of kernels you have in your system. More kernels, more time to install. Yeah. Okay, now it's done. If you take a look at the release note, I have here all the system commands that deb file will install in our system. If you go here, you can see the OpenMultimedia, all the commands that is installed by this script. Now we need to execute this IM GUI service UI. When we execute it, we have here a list of all tools related to the streamer, and these first 3 tools are service tools. We need to start this network to IPC to receive the network stream, and we need to start the IPC video for Linux 2 Loopback source to feed the virtual camera that is installed in the deb file. Now we can open the OBS Studio, and that's it. I will remove this. Now I will put it again. Video capture device, video for Linux 2. Okay. This is my camera, my original camera. This is the virtual device camera. Okay. Now I will start to stream from my smartphone, and that's it. This is the streaming from my smartphone. Finally, let's see an example using macOS Catalina and the Syphon API. Now we will open the release tab from the GitHub website. In release tab, we will search for the DMG file. This is the version runs on Intel systems. Wait the download. Okay. Now I will drag the OpenMultimedia to Applications folder. The first time we will execute the OpenMultimedia service, it will be blocked by the system security and privacy. We need to allow it to run for the first time we run. We need to go to privacy and security to allow the application to run. Let's open it in the system preferences. In the general tab, here, OpenMultimedia.app, open anyway. Open. Just wait a second, and that's the interface with all services we need to run the application. First we will start the network to IPC. The IPC Syphon, we need to open it after the client, the Syphon client open. I will open OBS here and show the Syphon client source first. We need to add the Syphon client here. Okay. It doesn't show anything. Now let's go to the service tab, start the service here. And now there is a stream we can capture from the OBS. Okay. I will put the image to cover the entire screen here. Just a moment. This. Now I will start the camera streamer from the smartphone. That's the image we get from the streaming from the device to the Syphon client.